Josh Taylor loses again for the third straight time to Ekau Sussman. I don't know even how you say his name. I never heard of the guy. Big shout out to him for winning the fight. I thought Josh Taylor lost the first fight to Jack Catterall. So in my book, that's 4 straight losses for Josh Taylor. I think it's over for him at top level. I don't think he can ever be anything back to what he was. I think he was a very good fighter, but I think he was always a little bit overrated. I think people put a lot of stock into being undisputed, but they don't understand that there's a difference between someone like Josh Taylor and someone like Canelo, someone like Jermell Charlo and someone like Naoya Inoue, someone like Devin Haney and someone like Terence Crawford. Just because you're undisputed, that doesn't mean you're equal. Not all undisputed champions are equal. There's levels to this, There's levels to this boxing, and I think that people got to understand that. I thought Josh Taylor's greatest attribute in his prime was his engine and his ability to, work out, outwork guys in the middle of the ring. But that kind of style is not going to last long at top level if you don't have crazy power, which he does not have. I always felt his defense was not the greatest. I felt that his ring IQ was not the greatest. I felt like he could get beaten to the punch if he fought an athletic guy like Teofimo Lopez, which is why I picked Teofimo Lopez to beat him. I think he's a very good fighter, or was a very good fighter. Some people say he didn't live the lifestyle. I don't know that, but I never felt like he was at that upper echelon top level. I think he's more in that like Errol Spence, Keith Thurman level than that, Terence Crawford, Usyk level, if you know what I mean. But good career. I don't really see what's left. I don't think he would be able to beat Ennis. I don't think he would be able to beat... Maybe he could beat Barrios. I'm not sure he beats Rocha, Santillon, Brian Norman. The welterweight division is so weak that I guess he could still kind of contend. But I don't know if he's ever going to be able to get another world title. Maybe he fights Conor Benn. He does those kind of fights for the UK people. I don't know what's left for him, but I don't think it's much. I think his best days are behind him. I think Josh Taylor was a good pro. I thought he was a tough fighter, but I think he stayed at 140 for too long. I remember years ago he said he could stay at 140 for the rest of his career, but then after he had that first fight versus Jack Catterall, and I thought he should have lost, and most people did, but they gave him the win. They had, he said he'll do the rematch with Catterall, but only if it's at 47. But then he fought Teofimo Lopez at 40 and lost. Then he fought Catterall at 40 and lost. So it makes me think he didn't really want to ever move up to 47 because he didn't really trust his ability to win at 47. But good pro, very good fighter, but not top level. But he was probably the best UK fighter, of the last 10 years. Him, Fury, and Joshua. Yeah, and on a pound-for-pound level, probably the best. But, yep, shout out to Josh Taylor, but I think his best days are behind him. And shout out to Ekau, baby, because he got a nice win, and I never heard of him. But, yeah, if you're going to be losing to people like that, I don't think that, you have much left. And even when he lost to Catterall twice, in my mind, like Catterall lost to Barbosa, who's not a great fighter. So I think Catterall's a good fighter, a good contender, but like if you're struggling versus top people, like just good people, I think that is a problem. But I do think Jack Catterall is an underrated fighter, and I think he can still get back to top level. One loss doesn't take you out of things. But that's my piece on Josh Taylor. Good fighter, not a great one. Let me know what you think. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace. And I got a chance to see him live as well when he fought Teofimo Lopez, and I luckily had great seats, and I was behind a Scottishman who actually took the L pretty well. And then there were some Honduras people. So overall, it was a good atmosphere. But he actually took that L pretty well. But, yeah, big shout out to Josh Taylor. Peace.